Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to the Devine Speaker. Last time we saw Leos just kill a whole bunch of people, which is always a lovely sight. And we saw Fawn also get very mad. Another lovely sight. And Fawn just told Leos about his family, his friends, his animal companions, who told him where to go right now. And we found out that he has never been before. And Leos is pissed. I've also decided we're going to go oops all Leos. For no reason at all. Honestly, I kind of slightly agree. Leos has a good point. Walking around for days on end, just because a bunch of animals told us to do so, it sounds ridiculous. Then again, it's not like we have any other choices. Leos needs medical attention, and the further we are from Aurelia Cavella, the better. Fauna lived here a long time, survived, so surely we can trust what he's saying, right? Right?
Leos, be nice.
I'm sorry, did you not hear him? He talks with animals.
I know. Look, I understand what you're saying. But why bother arguing about it right now? We can't just stop here.
He's crazy. He'll have us wandering around until we have no energy to fight him, and then he'll try to, eat us or something.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Look at Fawn. He has his eyes downcast away from us. Would he lie to us? Is he just taking us on some crazy journey to nowhere? Till now, he'd always help me.
We've come this far. There's no point in turning back now.
Be careful here.
The greenery around us gradually shifted to gravel and rubble. Ahead of us, the trees were becoming thinner.
This is it.
It?
The edge of the forest.
We stuck closer to the light that beamed in from the other side of the trees. With every step, I could feel my heartbeat becoming heavier. What is this? Held my breath, I took the final step out of the tree line.
There. That's the coastal city of Stagwitch.
Sandwich. I dropped to my knees. The rocks crunched under my weight. Past the tree line, the sun was setting a brilliant shade of yellow that sprawled out continents below. Large rocky structures. Water that goes on forever. A city. A city?
Fawn, you weren't lying? You aren't crazy after all?
Did you really think I was? I wouldn't lie to you.
Town wrapped around the coastline, and lanterns around it were slowly flickering to life as the sun descended further and further into the water.
Everything I know, everything we've been taught, was a lie?
The view made me dizzy. I had to hold the ground in place just to feel secure.
This can't be true. What the speaker says isn't a lie. He has no reason to lie to us.
That's right, the speaker. He wouldn't lie about something like this.
Maybe he just doesn't know?
Slight wind blew my hair around, so I tucked the locks behind my ear. It was cold, cooler than at home.
Well, hiding the outside world seems like a difficult thing to do. It could be an accident, but...
Then, everything you said about not coming from Aurelia Cavella, about the towns surrounding here, they were true as well?
Of course. I've never lied to you. I've never even seen Aurelia Cavella. I barely knew it existed.
I crawled closer to the edge of the cliff. Ron and Leo sat down beside me.
There's so much water. I've never seen so much. Does it go out forever?
It's the ocean. It goes until it hits another block of land. There are other cities across it as well.
Water glistened in the fading light. It was beautiful. Beautiful, but something about it made me feel sad. The more I looked out at the fantastical landscape that went as far as the eye could see, the more lost I felt. My whole life. I would never have known.
And those... what are those giant rocks?
The mountains?
Did someone build them? They're huge.
No, they're natural. Like the ocean and the forests and everything around us.
Except for the cities.
I see.
My arm throbbed numbingly. I could feel the markings buzz like they were alive. I sat for a while, just taking it all in.
Maybe. Does fate not exist after all? My life should be quiet, uneventful. And here I am. My judgment wasn't anything like this.
The speaker is always right.
Oh, Leos, oh no.
Everything he says comes true.
He looked upon the land below us, a worried expression on his face. He wasn't even convincing himself.
Maybe that's because you all do what he tells you to. I believe in destiny, but I also believe that fate is what you make of it. You can become anything. I don't know him, but just because he tells you one thing doesn't mean you can't live your life how you want to.
Fate isn't absolute?
That's what I think. Your hard work and effort are the things that determine whether your fate comes true or not.
I've never thought about it like that.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Is this actually real?
Leos, no.
Looks like it.
And no one else from home has ever thought to look out here?
I guess not.
There's not much I could say. What do you say when everything you've ever been told was wrong? And he's older than us, so it's probably terrible for him. Looked at Fawn. He said he'd got us to the edge of the forest. Leos and I could go search for help, but...
Fawn?
If it's okay with you, I'd like to come with you.
Really?
Going back now wouldn't be safe. Plus, it'd be a little lonely.
His cheeks into his ears turned red again.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I smiled at him. Couldn't imagine going any further without his help.
I might not be very useful, but thank you.
You're not as useless as I thought after all.
Leos reached out and ruffled Fawn's hair.
Thank you, I think.
For getting blood in my hair. Looked over the horizon and back at the two that sat next to me.
You guys... thanks. I'd probably be dead by now if it weren't for the two of you.
Damn right you would be. I think I'll have to teach you how to hold a weapon at the very least.
To be fair, you were trying to kill us. Then again, I could also have been dead because of one of them. Oh well. Maybe my emotions were taking over my common sense right now.
Should we start climbing down then? It'll be dark soon.
Good idea.
We all scrambled to our feet and started to descend down the rocky slope. Kept an eye on Leos, though. Despite how he acts, he is actually still injured.
Do you need a hand?
From someone like you, no thanks.
What happened to the nice Leos from a few minutes ago?
Oh, I don't know him, sorry.
Wrong number. Don't know. The sun slowly set over the wide ocean as we made our way down the slope and toward the town in front of us. Outside it was already pitch black, but fortunately the lights from around the city helped to guide our way. Trees began to thin out into small fields of rice and wheat before finally we reached the entrance of the town. The town buzzed with activity. The inhabitants moved around, doors opened and closed. People chatted excitedly, and kids ran around through the streets.
I can't believe this is real. And we're actually standing here.
I did try to tell you.
I know. Sorry, Fawn, for doubting you. In my mind, a place like this just couldn't exist. Yet here we are. Sorry, I must look really dumb to you.
It's okay, I understand. How could the two of you believe me when you've always been told the opposite?
It pains me to admit it, but even I feel a little bad.
Just a little. You get one feel bad.
Let's look at this positively. From here on out, we have so much to learn and experience. Doesn't that sound fun? I just wish we could show this to the people back at home.
You never know. Maybe one day you'll get to go back and tell them.
With all my heart, I want to believe that one day I can show this sight to them. To the matron, to Mia and Tobias, to everyone. It might be an unreasonable wish, but I still wish for it. One day I'll be able to show them.
Definitely, someday.
Alright, let's not waste any more time. I don't know about the two of you, but I'm not spending another night sleeping on the ground. I'd appreciate a bed.
You would appreciate that, wouldn't you? I don't know if we have money. Even at Fawn's house, the bed was only thrown together. What I'd give to sleep in a proper bed tonight.
Sounds good to me.
I guess we can just walk through the main streets then?
Do we need to hide? Will they question us?
I don't think so. We should be able to enter and leave freely.
We're probably dressed weird.
Really? Wow.
We slowly walked through the outskirts of town. No one stood watch though, just like Fawn said. They really can just come and go as they please. They can look out on the ocean and decide to visit it. They can look far into the distance and just go. I envy them. My arm ached as we walked between the buildings. The dull throbbing went from my wrist all the way to my shoulder. I massaged her with my other hand, but it didn't help.
Is your arm bothering you?
The two of them watched me closely while we walked through the rows of houses.
Oh, no. It aches a little, but I'm sure it'll pass soon. It's not a big deal.
All right. But tell us if you can't deal with it, okay?
Yeah.
Oi, look.
Oi! Not far from us, we saw the first of the townspeople. Instinctively, my body tensed up, and I wanted to hide. What would she do? She wouldn't call the guards because of a group of messy, unknown guys walking around in the middle of the night, right? We all watched her closely with anticipation. She gave us a gentle smile as she walked past, kept going on her way. That was it.
She seemed rather friendly.
She did. I've heard that the people here are friendly, but...
But?
What, by your little friends?
No, I mean... Yeah... They told me. Even if people seem friendly, it doesn't mean they really are. It looks like it should be a safe place to spend the night, though.
Fine. Did your friends also happen to mention a place where we'd be able to rest, Mouse Boy?
Oh no, they didn't. Sorry.
It's fine. You shouldn't be expected to know everything. We can just take a look around together. Right, Leos?
I glared in his direction. Hopefully he could read the shut up look in my eyes.
Whatever you say.
Yes, he can.
Alright, it's settled then. Task 1, we find a place to stay. And Task 2, we find someone to look at your injuries. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If only you were always so compliant. I like this, Leos.
I walked further through town, more confidently than before. People bustled about, busy with their own lives. They didn't pay any attention to us whatsoever.
The buildings all look so strange.
I was thinking that too.
What do you mean?
At home, the buildings look nothing like this. It's amazing.
Really?
I looked around. Yeah, it was different to home, completely different. Even the atmosphere wasn't the same. We kept walking, slowly passing other people who paid no attention to us. No one called out to us or asked us what we were doing there.
They're not even noticing us.
They looked so similar to the people from home. So different. Different hairstyles, different clothes. Faces that seemed almost familiar but slightly off. So strange. I glanced at Fawn. He was following slightly behind me, with his eyes cast down toward the ground.
Fawn?
Huh?
His eyes flicked up from the ground immediately.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm just a little tired.
We agree on something. For once.
Well, I know I said it pretty easily, but where exactly are we going to stay?
Wait here.
No. Before I could object and question him, Leos was off. He moved between the buildings and out of sight instantly. Let's try to catch up.
Sorry, Fawn. I'll try to catch him. Wait here.
Wait, don't leave me.
No! I took off after Leos. In the dark, it was hard to find my way around, with little light to guide me. Fawn will be okay for a minute by himself, right? But am I even okay here by myself? No one was around, not even Leos. Which way to go?
Wow, your hair is so smooth. What do you use?
No!
And your outfit is so sexy. Where are you from?
Are you here alone?
I felt the shrill of voices and came out to a small market area bustling with people. At the center of the people was Leos, his bright hair poking out above the rest.
Leos?
Gods, please save me.
I tried to push my way through the crowd, but they wouldn't budge. Instead, I had to stand on my tiptoes to get Leos' attention.
What's going on?
I just asked someone if they knew where we could stay the night. And more people came. Until I had a crowd.
Poor Leos.
I don't know what they want.
Leaders around him were touching his hair and pulling him around.
I see.
Who is this?
Him. We travel together. We're companions.
That's so cute.
Anyway, did you find somewhere for us to stay, at least?
Oh, you have to stay at our local inn. It's the best in town.
How many inns does your town have?
Just the one.
Right.
They all took notice of me, instantly buzzing around and annoying Leos. They poked and prodded, touching his hair and wouldn't leave him alone. I could tell he was starting to get a little annoyed. Even I didn't want all these random people touching him. Probably best if I did something before he does.
Could we please?
Maybe you should just stay at my place tonight. I'll make sure to keep you warm.
Ew.
Wait, we all need to stay together.
No, stay at mine.
You can't stay at her house.
Could you please listen?
Of course you'd invite a strange man to the house for the night. You can't trust her. She's...
Can you please be quiet for a minute?
Pushed my way through the crowd and stood between the girls and Leos. If I have to be blunt with them, so be it.
Have I finally got your attention? There's 3 of us. We all need a place to stay tonight. So, unless you're putting us all up, then don't bother.
Oh.
I quickly grabbed Leos by the arm and pulled him close. He had been oddly quiet the whole time. Now that I think about it, it's unlike him. Usually he can't keep his mouth shut.
Wait a second. Are the two of you...
Oh my. Of course they are.
What are you talking about?
They shuffled around, exchanging glances that I couldn't decipher.
The two of you... Are you... seeing each other?
What?
Oh. Ah, they must be dating.
Huh?
At our 2 confused faces, one of the ladies suddenly spoke up.
Are you two sleeping together?
Sleeping together? We did last night, I guess. We didn't have much choice.
They're fucking dead.
Oh my god!
I'm so confused right now.
Wait!
I came rushing over, right in the face.
Oh, Did you follow me?
I didn't want to stay there by myself.
He had a sad face. Maybe leaving him there wasn't a nice thing to do.
Anyway, please don't misunderstand. We're all just friends. These two are just a little confused after a long couple of days traveling.
Oh, really?
They all muttered to each other, whispers of, he's still available then, passing between them. I was staring at the ground, muttering under his breath. All of his confidence from only a moment ago was gone, by the looks of it. He did well to speak to such a large group already.
Oh, what he means to say is yes. He's still available.
I turned away from Leos and put my mouth close to Fawn's ear.
What do they mean by available?
They mean they want to. I'll explain it to you later, okay?
Sure.
What a day. This is only making it worse. I don't have the energy to deal with them.
Please, can you show us to the inn? We're exhausted.
I looked toward Leos for some kind of confirmation. He'll acknowledgement, and only acknowledged what I said once he nodded at them.
Of course. Follow us.
I grabbed Leos by the wrist and pulled him along with me.
Are you okay?
Who do you think I am? Look, I don't need you to look after me. I'm fine, thanks. I just don't know how to deal with them.
It's all right. I'm sure they mean well.
He doesn't know how to talk to women. Which is understandable. Ladies are scary.
Do you think they mean to be annoying, too?
Let's just follow them for now. If it doesn't look right, we'll leave and head back to the forest for the night.
Perfect. Just wonderful.
I walked toward an apparent best inn in town. It wasn't very long. The area was mostly quiet. Quiet! Wow! The area was mostly quiet. And we passed by a few people. We probably wouldn't have found our way here without Leos' fans. I guess I should be thankful. There were a few people gathered around the entrance of the small building, chatting and laughing. But the inn wasn't much to look at. A young lady stood by the door, smoking some kind of pipe. A man with dark green hair sat at one of the outside tables, playing with a bird. When I peeked through the window, the inside was pretty much devoid of life.
The Sleeping Ostrich Inn.
Wow. Your little forest friends taught you how to read, too?
I already knew how to read.
Please, just be nice.
When am I not?
Do you really want me to answer that? Let's just go in.
Better than standing around out here.
The crowd of girls that brought us here shuffled us through the doorway. The inside of the inn was pretty run down, with creaky floors and an old bar. After the places we've been sleeping lately, it looked like heaven. Lists of tables were scattered around the room. A few stools sat by the bar, and a couple of people were sat around, drinking alone. The atmosphere is pretty dull. Hello. Oh, look at the apron! It's so cute! The bartender looked up when we entered, his eyes wide at the sight of around 15 people bursting in the door. There was the crowd, sat him down at the table and surrounded him in an instant, chatting to him non-stop. Alright, Leos, you are a worthy sacrifice.
I guess I'll go talk to the bartender.
I'll come too.
Even I felt awkward around that big group, so I couldn't blame Fawn for wanting to come along with me instead. By the time we reached the bar, a couple of the girls had already bought rounds of drinks and brought them back to the table.
What a crowd! Where did you find them all?
I love your apron. Is he talking to me?
All of them? You mean the girls?
Of course I mean the girls. I couldn't pay them to stop by here any other night. They like to complain about the place being dirty or something. Nonsense. You couldn't find a place cleaner than this.
I'd up the thick layer of dust that covered the bar top. Sure.
My friend, well, one of my companions met them when we entered town. We asked them if they knew anywhere we could stay the night, and they directed us here. Actually, it's more like they pulled us all the way here, to be honest.
That companion?
He pointed at Leos, standing by the women and looking uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's him.
I'm not surprised. They'd do anything for a man as handsome as him. What it's like to be young.
He sighed wistfully.
If you're looking for a place to stay, then you're in luck. How many of you?
Just the three of us. I hope.
3 rooms then? That'll set you back 30 plumes each. We're the cheapest in town, but the best, of course.
Plumes? You don't take marks?
I knew it. Both looked at each other in confusion.
The currency here might be different from the one we're used to.
Different? I can't think of a single town in the region that uses anything else.
I see. There's no way we could work out some kind of agreement? We've been traveling for days.
Well, you have brought in a pretty big crowd, I'll give you that.
Abruptly, he stopped speaking and cast his eyes to the far side of the room. The corner of a small stage, worn from use, but covered in cobwebs. I guess it hasn't been used in a while.
I'll tell you what, if you can entertain them enough to stay for the evening and put on a bit of a show, you guys can have some of the cheap rooms. We got a deal?
Entertain them? How?
We've got some old music equipment in the storeroom out back.
Music? Now really isn't the time to be picky, but how could I tell him that I'm not even slightly musically inclined? No choice, I suppose. We'll just run with this.
Thank you so much. We really didn't want to have to leave tonight.
Wait, Rain! Perfect! I'll go get some instruments then.
The man disappeared through the doorway, apparently on his way to collect some
What are you
instruments.
thinking? There's no way we can do it.
Do you have any other ideas?
He looked away and thought.
This is our best bet.
I walked back over to Leos and gave him a little tap on the shoulder.
What?
Well, good news. We can stay here tonight.
Whoa. You aren't entirely useless after all.
Oh, just wait.
Bad news. We have to put on some kind of musical show and keep these girls happy.
I take it back. I have never met a person as useless as you. Do I look like some kind of flute player? Huh? Some kind of prancing harp or lute musician? Is that what you think I look like?
A little, honestly.
Shut it.
Sorry, but honestly, it's here or the streets, and I'd much rather be here.
I don't think I can.
I'm back! Take your pick.
He laid out a variety of instruments on the bar top, just waiting to be picked. Lutes, trumpets, pan flutes, and many others I don't know the names of.
Oh, I think I could play this.
Picked up the simplest looking one of the lot. Never been very musically talented. So even this might be a stretch for me.
Triangle? Really?
Let's see what you pick then.
Timidly plucked the strings of the lute.
Oh, what's this? Is this some kind of dancing, prancing lute player that I see?
Shut up. I played a little when I was younger, all right?
Sure, if you say so.
One stood behind me, looking over the assortment laid out in front of us. It's getting hot in here. I pulled my clothes around my neck, but it didn't help. Maybe I'm just feeling a little nervous. I pulled my sleeves up to my elbows to try to cool down a bit.
I really can't. I've never played any of these. Maybe I'll go stay somewhere else and meet you back here in the morning.
Wait! I'm sure there's something you can do.
I'm not sure.
Hey, what about singing? Surely you spend some time singing to your pets?
I couldn't. They'll laugh at me. And they weren't my pets.
Of course they won't. I bet they won't even take any notice of us. They're all too busy entertaining themselves. They probably won't even listen to you singing. They'll be watching Leos instead.
Well, I guess I could give it a try.
I'm so scared for Vaughn.
But
What's wrong? We'll be up there with you.
what can I even sing about?
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. This is a disaster. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.